Hey.
Y'all can hear that?
Infinite, I got the sauce.
Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Girl, I wanna feel on your booty. Smile that you know it's moving. Shoot the heart, I feel like Cupid. I'm in Baltimore, but I'm stupid. I just hit the blunt in the boot. I just hit the blunt of his new. I'm in the club and I'm bringing a tool in. I'm in the stoolie producing. Toxic is right, yeah, that's the movement. I'm with your bitch and she choosing. CRB, we never losing. Night like this I get moody. Night like this I get groovy. Night like this I get moody. Night like this I get groovy. Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Come on, let's turn up the music. You shaking them hips, going stupid. Down to that fat, how you moving? That's at the islands to get wavy. You said I'm acting all shady. My bad, that's how I felt lately. We hitting the stage going crazy. You been on my mind lately. They hear that TRB, they raging. It feel good to be up, it's amazing. I'm an artist, you wanna be my painting. I'm not gonna lie, it's training. Always being entertaining. But nights like this I get groovy. Come on, let's turn up the music. You shaking them hips going crazy. You shaking them hips going crazy. Come on, let's turn up the music. Come on, let's turn up the music. Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Girl, I wanna feel on your booty. Smack that ass, you know it's moving. Shoot the heart, I feel like Cupid. I'm in Baltimore, what up, stupid? I just hit the blunt of his nuking. I'm in the club and I'm bringing a tool in. I'm in the stoolie producing. Toxic is right, yeah, that's the movement. I'm with your bitch, she choosing. TRB, we never losing. Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Nights like this I get moody. Nights like this I get groovy. Nights like this I get moody. I wanna feel on your booty. I wanna feel on your booty.
What's up? My name's Benny. I mean, West Baltimore in the building. You asked me a lot just now. You asked me like 4 questions. True Sound came about just really from like the love of the music, kind of studying the business, going to school, getting a few opportunities to see how the music industry worked. And just kind of knowing like part of me really didn't want to concede. Like I feel like a lot of my what I was seeing at the time and what everybody was telling me about the industry is like you kind of got to attach yourself to somebody to get into it and stuff like that, So True Sound it is like my way of like doing it my way, like doing it the right way. Because I see things that happen in the business that I don't necessarily like or agree with. And it was like, well, let me do my version that I do like, that I do agree with. So that's how True Sound came about. Yeah.
What basically, so like you said, you seen how other people, how it was ran. What was the one thing that like inspired you, like that really stuck with you to make you really go into that thinking, into that mode? What was that one thing that you just know that's just implanted? That's why I bet I'm doing it because of this reason right here.
All right, being from Baltimore, y'all gotta remember this. Like, we don't really got a big music scene, so like, I never saw anything in my city to where as though, like, would have gave me any impressions for it. Like, I knew I wanted to like work in music probably like 18. Like, I always liked music. Me and Lee, that's we used to just like finding music and sharing it with each other. So I always liked music. I just didn't know I would work into it. So when I went to Atlanta, I had like an internship, and I went to like a local show. They do them down there. They kind of big for real. Like a lot of the bigger artists, they kind of start there at some point.
Let the people know where in Atlanta, and why was you in Atlanta?
I went to school at Clark Atlanta University. I really was in Atlanta because like 12th grade year, I knew I wanted to work in music. So in my eyes, it was like I could do New York, I could do LA, but like Atlanta just like felt right. I liked the school. I went to school to be a business major. That's what I majored in. We had a real good business program. So it just all clicked. It made sense for me to go there. So when I was there, I was at like a local show or whatever, and they were like, they charged the artist to perform. Now I'm like 18, like 19 maybe.
Yeah.
And so like to me, it's like, I didn't really know the business in real life. Like at that point, I had only like read books, small shit there, heard stories. Right. But like when I got down there and actually put my feet on the ground, I saw it in real time. So like from that moment, I'm like, damn, like I just noticed like even at this level, this shit a business. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure. And I didn't really like that artists had to pay to perform, because to me it was like, you fucked up the talent doing that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I got the money necessarily, but I'm not as good, I'm gonna get on, versus a nigga who really good that ain't paying for that. Right. You get what I'm saying? So it was like that. That was probably like the first thing that I noticed about myself, where it was like, I'm kind of fighting back against it in a sense, like on some weird shit for real.
Nah, that makes sense. I mean, I agree with you on that. I 100% agree with you on that. Why would the artist have to? Well, I mean, I guess everybody got paid nowadays, but I feel like you missing out. You could be missing out on a good artist because, you know what I mean, they might not got the funds, or, you know what I'm saying, might not want to pay. You doing a disservice to the people.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy though? Like, now that you bring that up, like, I was like 18, 19 then. I'm 25 now, and it's like I still feel the same in a way, but like I understand it. Right. You get what I'm saying? Because nobody thinking about how much the venue costs. Mm-hmm. You know, do they got something going on with the bar tab? Mm-hmm. So like, I think as I got older and like started seeing so much more in the music, like I understand like everything got to get paid for. Like at the end of the day, like, so, but it was just crazy though. Like, so yeah, that's how that went though.
Well, starting out, what was the hardest obstacle you would say you had to overcome?
Man, I guess like actually feeling like you belong. Like, saying you want to work in music is like saying you want to go to the NBA in that world. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's thousands of people who want to, like, as many people want to be rappers, like, people want to work in music. They want to do the marketing, or they want to be on the digital thing. It's so much stuff, but a lot of people want that role. So it's like, when you get in those communities where everybody want to work in music, it's like, well, what qualify you when they doing this, that, and the third? So and early on, like, you're going to see that. Like, once you put your feet on the ground, like, you could be in a room with 5 people who already got 3 artists on their, roster, or they got an internship at a label already. Like, so you see it fast. So I think the hardest part was like feeling like I belonged in it for real. I still like battle with that today.
So what keep you going? The love, what power that? The love for the music. What keep you going?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely. I think the love of the music, like, I'm competitive. Like, at the end of the day, like, when I used to, hoop, like, I wanted to kill. Like, even if I didn't, I wanted to. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'm competitive. Like, I'm still trying to prove it to myself every day. You get what I'm saying? Like, personally, like, I don't feel like I've done nothing. Like, not even on no, like, pity or nothing. That's how the game go. Like, to me, like, I ain't done nothing. I ain't got no real stats. Like, I ain't done enough yet, so yeah.
I definitely
still wanting to prove it that I'm supposed to be here. That this what I'm supposed to do with my life. That's what keeps me going.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also, and just like how you compared it to like making it to the league or the NBA, a lot of people gotta know that it ain't lucrative to start out. Like, you gotta put time in to actually see some revenue. Like, you gotta put years in. You ain't really coming into the business maybe first year, 2 years, 3 years, and thinking you about to really make money that you putting into it. So can you like speak on that for the people who think it's just instant? Because ain't nothing really instant unless you put the work time in. Right.
Yeah. You just gotta really do what works for you. Like, I honestly think like okay, some artists, they got full kits. They got chains, watches, pinky rings, and it'd be like that was let's say at the least it's 100,000. It's like, well, you had 100,000 to spend on change, do you got 100,000 to push your career? So like, it always go like that for me. Like, long as it balance out for whichever artist it is. That's what I noticed. Like, every artist's path not the same. You feel what I'm saying? Some people do wake up the next day and they making super money, and then some people it take time for people to catch on to them. So in year 5, now they blossom. So it really just depends with each artist. But like going in, I just would say like follow your plan. If your plan is to spend money, like follow that when it makes sense. If your plan is to not spend money, follow that until it don't make sense no more.
No,
so
that's
great.
Work for you. It ain't no one route though. I agree with that. There's no one. There's no one route.
That's true. Definitely ain't one route. Definitely some routes that might seem not good, or it might work for them. So you definitely on par with that. So as what type of artist?
That's hard to
What?
You gotta remember what worked for you, or what worked for everybody else ain't gonna work for you. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah. Especially like in today's time, like everything we see everything. You feel me? So it'd be like you seeing this guy, his route being so short. It's like even if that's not what you thinking in your mind and your subconscious, because you seeing it, you thinking like you getting that pushback. But I agree though, bro. Yeah.
For sure. So I'm trying what type of artist do you want to see, like, or how many artists at one time do you want to manage, or like what type of artists do you want to manage? Like, is it just rappers? Like, would you manage a singer? Like what genre?
Question I got a question I want to answer before that.
All right, go ahead, Liz.
Would you manage an artist whose music you didn't like? No, though it's so great. On the business side, it would be great, but you don't like his music.
Or her music.
That's actually not a bad question. Like what I was telling y'all earlier, like how I felt about everything at 18, 19, I feel somewhat different at 25. So what I'm gonna say now, I might not feel like at 30. Like right now, like probably not. But if it was strictly like business management, like if I was just managing the business and not the career, because it's like if my job is to book venues for tours and stuff like that, yeah. So I think the role would really matter, like how much of me is required for real for me to do that and not like the music. You get what I'm saying? But from a strictly business standpoint, if I'm just managing the business, because a lot of artists, like people don't realize this, like I might got a day-to-day manager, but that's not my business manager. So the day-to-day manager might worry about making sure you catch this flight, or you do this, that, and the third. Your business manager might be going over your books with you, stuff like that, from what I've learned so far. And just to set the record straight, I don't know everything about this. I'm still learning it to this day. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn something new every day. So, yeah.
For sure. But so my question, because that was over top of my question. So now you remember my question that I asked you?
No, you got to say it.
All right. So I said, like, what type of artist do you like want to eventually manage, or and how many artists do you think you can like manage at one time?
I want to manage as many artists as like makes sense, bro. I think everything for me, like with the path I've taken so far, is like everything just got to make sense. So like if I have the time, if I have the team to manage 10 artists, then I would love to do that. You feel me? If I have the time and the team to manage 3 artists, I would love to do that too. I would definitely manage a singer. Like I've been telling like a lot of people around me, like I've been looking for one actually, like one that I really like, because like R&B today, it's like it's just different. Like you gotta really make the people feel a certain way when they hear your voice. Like of course the song's gotta be good, that's standard, but it's like how an R&B singer actually sounds is so important to me. So it's like, yeah, I definitely would though.
That's major. So any singers who wanna, you know what I'm saying, get in this business or want to learn or just want to ask a question, you see the @ right there. pretty sure he gonna respond. Good fella, going give you some game and going make business. So that's.
I say pretty sure for the insurance, please.
Huh?
Just pretty sure for the insurance, just in case he don't.
Yeah, just pretty sure. Yeah.
I got it.
He ain't gonna act Hollywood because
anything like I'm always open to talk music.
Because I know it's people out there like that don't have nobody to like help get them knowledge and stuff, and they be like too scared, or people might seem like they ain't gonna respond, so people be scared to hit up people, and so it's just keep the communication lines open, just in case that one artist that want to be a singer might be out there and they want to figure out how to get the ball rolling. So that's what this is for sure. How did it feel to be able to bring a Baltimore artist, like you said, like it ain't really that many artists or whatever. So like, how does it feel? And this was back when you was in college, so this was years ago. How did it feel for you to bring a Baltimore artist?
What year that was?
Yeah, what? Like probably 20? Was it 28? No, you wasn't in college. 2018.
I think it was 17. I think it was either 2017 or 2018, but I think it was 2018 actually. Yeah, I would have to go look, but I'm almost certain.
And how old was you at that point?
2018. Shit, niggas gonna make me not do math. I think I was 19 or 20.
19. That's still right. So you bring in a big and probably one of at that time. You can say he was probably that was he like the hottest at that time? You think, or was he still like up and coming still at that time?
He was extremely hot. The funny thing is like. He had a real base, like he had an audience outside of just Baltimore. Like, so I'm gonna tell a story. When I went to school, like Atlanta is like it's a hip hop culture, it's a music scene. Like all these rappers that's from Atlanta, you really see them when you're down there. At any given moment, you can see them. You feel me?
They be outside.
Some of them put up and stuff like that, but Magic City and stuff like that when they do shows there, So, like me and two of like my real close friends, we started an organization that was like a media company, like ish. And one thing we wanted to do was like we all like music, we all like marketing. Me and those two friends, all our goal is like to work in the music industry. So everything we was doing together like was a path to them. So that organization we started, it was called ACU Got Next. We did a lot of things. We did a lot for the school, but we also like gave back in a sense. So like we did meet and greets for artists. One thing we used to do was like we just checked who was going on tour at the time. So like every time artists on tours, they usually do press runs. Mm-hmm. They might go to the radio, pop-up shops, stuff like that. So we always presented something to them that made sense for what was going on. At that time, Izzy was on tour. Was Ski Mask, which was like super big, especially like you just mentioned, like coming from Baltimore. I don't really remember too many like artists, especially like Izzy around my age. We probably 2 years apart, if that. Like I don't remember ever seeing anybody like our age that was rapping that had that opportunity to do a 40-city tour with Ski Mask at the time was
right.
He was like hot. He was hot. He had a real fan base and everything like that. So they did their tour stop in Atlanta. We reached out to their team. We made something make sense. And we did a meet and greet for them at the school. But one thing about us, like, it was a lot of politics at school. Like, and it's politics and everything, but, like, we was kind of like the outsiders. You get what I'm saying? Most of the time, like, when colleges, especially HBCUs, like, they got homecomings and stuff like that. Like, all that stuff is in-house. Like, either the student body or like the government type shit in school. So we was like really like an outside group doing all this shit. So we caught a lot of pushback and stuff like that. Like they made it super hard for us. But
so this wasn't there before you got there. Like
I mean, no. We created that organization. There was never nothing like that.
What?
Outside of like homecomings and like the actual school funding, everything we was doing was like, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't like what was pushed to majority of the school. You get what I'm saying? Like when you go to school, at least me, like we was meeting the president, the class president, stuff like that. They usually ran that type of stuff. So we were like the outside group. But before Izzy, we did Gunna for Drip Season 2. We did a album listening party, meet and greet for that album. I believe we did Hood Rich Pablo 1 as well. Yeah, Hood Rich Pablo 1 was actually the first one we did. And this was when he had We Don't Love Him. He was like in his prime at the time. Like he was striking hot. Like we caught him at a perfect time because he might have been too big to do it at a certain point. So he was the first one. So we had built this rapport with the people in the community that like we deliver and we do it well. Like we went around asking people like, who do y'all want to see? You get what I'm saying? Like it wasn't something that we gatekeeped or did this thing. We was cool. Like we really wanted to give everybody some stuff to do around school. That was dope. Like who don't want to see their favorite artist for free? Like we never charged for our events, none of that type of stuff.
That's major.
So yeah. So we did those two. Both being from Atlanta, that was a lot easier because it's like they from Atlanta. It was people that went to schools with us that was from there and everything. So those were easy. But the dude Izzy was big for me because it was like we both from Baltimore and it made sense. Like it wasn't like I pushed it to as though it didn't make sense. Like I was saying, like Izzy was hot. You know what I'm saying? He was coming off that project. He was on that tour. So that was major for it. That felt good to really do for it.
Bro, that's different, bro. That's major. People definitely not doing that at all. Not
one thing, like when I went to school and when I decided like to leave the city, like I never wanted to forget where I came from. Like anybody that knew me in Atlanta, they knew like I was Baltimore, like on my sleeve, on my chest. Like it's hard the way we talk when I went down there, like not to, but even outside of that, like I always preach that. So to actually like put some proof out there. Like, you feel me? Because it was some other people that was from Baltimore that was down there, so, like, they definitely made me feel good about it. Like, a couple of friends I had that was women, they wanted to see Izzy and everything. So, it was dope. It was super dope.
That's tough. Sound like it made sense. And, like, just the start of your business mindset, coming down there, getting on campus, coming up with a group to be able to provide that for the students who never in their life people probably couldn't pay for a ticket to go see a show to see their favorite artist. You brought it right to them for free. You can't beat that. You just can't beat it. So that's next level within itself. Pioneer right there, for sure.
Excited. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Pioneer right there.
So if people that's tuned in right now, we got Vinny right here. If you tuning in late, of course you can catch up. Episode will drop Friday if you guys missed the beginning of it. But Vin, I want to ask you because a lot of people probably don't know you got an artist. How YMC Ant? What can you speak on the? Let me try to say that. Not that I don't want to keep focusing on the challenges. Like, what's the best thing you like about managing your artist YMC Ant? If you want to speak on the challenges, you can too.
Yeah. Let me answer your question directly. The best thing about working with him is like, it's a lot, bro. I'll be honest with you. So that's why I'm pausing. Like, it's a lot of like buy your shit to me that's about working with him. But like, if I had to say the best thing, it's like it's really the creating. Like, in my time, like, so far, I would say, like, maybe 3-4 real years. Like, I worked under, like, one of the greatest executives that'll be in the business. Like, he might not have a big name, but, like, all of those execs with big names respect him. They call him, when they see him. So it was stuff like that. I kind of watched him groom his artists and stuff like that. And I would say the best thing is, like, creating the music. Like, honestly, like, hearing what he about to put out to the world, how it can get better, what made him create in that way, because, I'm still learning that about him. So I think that's definitely the best thing. It's normal challenges, we don't agree all the time on different things, so that type of thing, that's a challenge, but that's a great challenge to me. But I don't think nobody wants yes man now.
Yeah, for sure.
That's on both our sides. Like, he might not agree with something I think. I might not agree with something he think. Like that. Another challenge is like building a relationship. Like people don't realize like when you're working with artists, it's like it's business, but it's like depending on the type of person you is, like you get invested. You get what I'm saying? Like outside of the business, like you just get invested for their well being. Like that's the type of guy I am. Like from every step of this stuff that I've been in so far. Like when I was in school, I created that because I was invested in the people. Like the meet and greets and stuff we did, like those are dope to me. Don't get me wrong, but like we did a lot of like shows for the artists that was at the schools that we thought were dope, that should have been, you know, looked at by the rest of the school, that type of stuff. We helped put people on concerts, like things like that. But yeah, the best thing is creating the music, seeing like how he make the music, how we just develop the plan behind it. You get what I'm saying? If it's a plan behind it. Sometimes it's like the plan is like, you know, to create and just let it blossom, you know, in whatever way that goes. So
and he's your first artist, right?
He's my first artist under this company, yeah. But I managed a few artists when I was younger.
Okay.
So
can you speak on like how that even came about? How the first interaction of an artist and a manager, like what is that? Like what does that look like?
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all like what I always heard from like the people I consider like some of the best guys in the business. Like a guy named Steve-O, he A&R, he managed OG Partner for QC. You always want your manager like, and this is something I tell artists that I wanted to, like, you want your manager to find you. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to go to your manager. You want them to be just as much into it as you would be.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's that. I definitely think it's that for real.
So was it like you seen him? So you want a manager to come to him? So is that like you seen his work and then you hit him up? Was like, hey, you looking for a manager? You need somebody like to make sure.
Actually, it's a funny story. So like, I had known about him, like, you know, just because I city small in a sense, and it's like you know pretty much a lot, if not everything. So I had known about him, like, you know. I never really listened to him too much and stuff like that, but like my right hand man, my brother, like, you know, he kind of like pushed it on me in a sense, like, bro, you gotta check him out, like, you really gotta listen to him. You get what I'm saying? So that probably was like a year. Like he probably told me that at some point, and I might have went and looked at him and, you know, kept my eye on him. And that whole process was probably a year of me like looking at him, starting to listen to the music, seeing what, you know, he had going on, things like that for her. So it took like a year, honestly. Like before I like ever approached him. Huh?
What was that moment when you knew? When you knew like, yeah, I need him.
Bro, it's crazy. Like it was really that part came after I met him. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like the music. Definitely, like I heard a lot of potential in the music, and I was like, he really only scratching the surface. And then, like one thing about me, like at least how I look into the business side, it's like it's not about what I like as much as the people like. Now I gotta like it, but you get what I'm saying? I can't be the end all be all. You get what I'm saying? Like the people choose who they like. You know, it's just my job to find that before or find that in that process and help it as much as I can. So the moment that I was like, okay, I can work with him and like I want to work with him was like after I met him. Definitely after I met him. Yeah.
That's major. That's definitely major right there. That's tough. What you got, Liz?
Like, what keep you inspired to keep going?
I got a lot to prove, bro. I got a lot to prove. Inspiration is really like everything around me. Like when I say everything around me, like the rooms I want to be in or I had a chance to be in before, it's like that's the inspiration. Like I was 19 or 20, the guy I mentioned, Steve-O, like he invited me to QC Studios. I was talking to him. I walked to QC Studios from my school. Like it wasn't super far. It's probably like 15, 20 minutes. But like,
Sheesh.
yeah, at that point, it's like that's the type of stories that you hear. Like,
That's too funny for you, Weez.
Hey.
I mean, I was fresh in school. I might have been a sophomore. I ain't had no whip. It was like, I might ain't had no money at the time to get no Uber to go right there. Or if I had it, I'm like, I don't want to spend it on that.
You want to say, like,
college was different, bro. Like, you might get into something one night that you needed. You had. So, yeah, I walked there, but I ain't care. Like, man, that was probably the best walk I ever took. Like, at that time, shit, I'm about to go to QC Studios. Like, this with Amigos and Baby was already, like, Baby probably had freestyle at that time already, yeah. Freestyle came out 16. I did that probably 17 and 18, yeah.
Yeah, for sure, definitely walking for that opportunity, like.
Yeah, so, it was that, like, being in those type of rooms and those type of spaces, like, that's really what keep me inspired, bro.
I'm walking with an opportunity like that, yeah. I mean, for sure, like, that's like a once in a life. You don't say no, you mean. Maybe I might call somebody for a ride or something. I'm going though. Hey, I just think that's still crazy, but I'm doing it for sure. Speak on that though. You saying like you in the room with like some very inspiring people, like you said. Like, what's like the one message that just stuck with you, like that you heard from being in a room from some inspiring people?
If I had to paraphrase it, bro, like, do the work, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, just do the work. Like, whatever it is, like, get it done. Like, like. But I heard a saying is like, nobody cares, work harder. Like, that's kind of real. You get what I'm saying? Because the same way, like, I saw a tweet not too long ago that was like, that I really thought made sense. It's like the same way rappers got like careers and, they fall off, or they might be in the spotlight, or they might run 10 years. It's the same way behind the scenes. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's executives at these labels that's been there 15, 20 years. It's new upcoming executives that's hot that everybody in the industry know about. So, like, they got a lifespan too. So, like, it would definitely be do the work. You get what I'm saying? Like, do the work. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I definitely felt that. I feel like that can apply to everything that you want to do. You got to do the work. You definitely got to do the work. So as a manager, like, and you in the music, who'd you say who your favorite artist is? Who's your favorite artist now, and then who's your greatest of all time artist?
Me. One of my favorite artists, YMCN. Yeah, right now. That's one of my favorite artists.
Yes, sir.
That on tune. Go check that out. Other than him, I gotta say him first.
He's smart. He was a trick question.
Yeah, I like.
For sure.
I mean, of course, I like Lee. Of course, I like Lee too, Rob. Outside of that, there's a lot, bro. I like Samuel Shabazz. I like Shawnee Bin Laden. Like, I like a lot of music, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I had to say a favorite though, that, like, yeah, I probably couldn't say a favorite. I really like a lot of music,
you can't.
Bro.
So if you had to pick one person you listen to, I ain't gonna say like on an 8-hour trip or nothing crazy like that. Hour and a half trip, you gotta listen to one person. Hour and a half.
It's gonna be Drake for sure. It's gonna be Drake.
Dude, I ain't mad at that.
We got everything. We got everything.
What'd you say, Lane?
It'll probably be Drake. If not Drake, like, I like Samuel Shabazz. Like I said, I like Larry June. I like Benny the Butcher. I like Currency. Like, I can listen. Everybody I listen to, pretty much, I feel like I can listen to for an hour, man. Pretty much, like, except if I like one or two songs by an artist. But like most of the artists I listen to, like, I like their whole catalog or a lot of it. All time, Drake, one of them. Fabulous. When I was younger, like, I was the biggest Fab fan. Fab was like my favorite rapper growing up. Yeah, I used to love Fab.
Oh, he was listening to Fab like that, Lee.
Yeah, I love Fab. Nas, I like Nas a lot too. Nas, like,
man.
Like,
Never hear that one.
definitely one of my all-time favorites. I got into Nas a lot when I got older. Like, it take a little time. I wasn't gonna be like 12 listening to him.
Right.
Probably like 18, 17. Yeah. Since then, I always fuck with Nas though.
That makes sense. That's tough.
Benny the Butcher up there too. Like, he low key he getting up there. I like Dave East a lot. G Herbo growing
It's the
up.
greatest of all time.
Oh no, I ain't know you were saying greatest all time.
Nah.
Greatest all time, I would probably go, like kind of typical. Drake, Wayne, Hove, Future.
You throwing Nas in there?
Yeah, I throw Nas in there too. Hell yeah. But it's a lot of like all time is really tough, bro. Like, top 10 is easier. All time, like I'm gonna be biased and I'm gonna say Drake, but I'm in that era. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that's a bad. I don't know. I feel like that's hard. That ain't really. I feel like that's not a wild take.
Yeah, it definitely ain't a wild take. My nigga been around 15 years.
All right, so I got one more question for you right here. So like, if you can have a dinner with 4 people, dead or alive, who you picking? Who you going to dinner with?
Dang.
You take that Noah Soul boy.
You said
Yeah,
what?
that's really tough, yo. Cause like one thing, like that's tough, bro. 4 people did alive. Bernie Mac, shit, I'll do Bernie Mac.
Bernie
I'm definitely funny as shit. He probably cool.
Yeah, you need somebody funny while you eating. You definitely need somebody funny for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I do Bernie.
Yeah, say Bernie off the rip.
Man, that's a good one though. That's a great person to have at the dinner table. What?
Bernie Mac and then all women. The other two will be women.
All right, what women? I don't need to know who.
Nigga put some AI women though. Nigga just said women.
Because it don't matter. Like shit, I know the whole. I'd be like, $500K a dinner with Jay-Z. Like, bro, I'm taking the money. Like, I'll meet him eventually. Like when I develop this, possibly if it makes sense. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we need
conversation.
Dinner with Jay-Z, taking a picture.
Yeah, take.
You taking that cheese? You said, Lou?
He told us to take the keys. Like, even he said, take the money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I forgot. It's the same dude who ain't going to McDonald's, so I already know you taking that cheese. My fault. No disrespect. No disrespect.
What we ready to do? It'll probably be like Halle Berry and like shit.
Halle Berry.
If not Halle Berry, like I don't know, one of them beautiful actress that a nigga grew up watching, that nigga used to love. One of them, anyone would be cool. Nia, so not like
Nia Long.
Yeah. Somebody like that, that'd be cool to have them do. I like eating with beautiful women around, so yeah, that'd be cool. Me and Bernie, I feel like it'd be fun. That'd be cool. Maybe the 4th would be shit. I don't know, bro.
So we got Bernie, Nia Long, Halle Berry.
All right. Now, yeah, let's go. Megan Good.
Halle Berry, Nia Long, and Bernie.
Yeah,
that's a freaky dinner right there.
Nigga cool. Don't get me wrong, I love a nigga like everybody else, but it'll be Megan and Sanaa Lathan, Bernie Mac, and then the 4th will probably be shit.
Yeah. That's tough already. Bernie gonna be right at them, joking and all. So,
We ain't had no female freaky
I don't
dinner.
know what the 4th be, bro. Maybe
Freaky dinner is crazy.
shit. I don't know, bro. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know.
You got Bernie, Sanaa Lathan, Halle. Is it Halle Berry still? And Halle. So you got one more.
Megan, Sanaa, and Bernie. That's 4. That'll be the dinner table.
Megan, that's
Bernie, Megan, and Sanaa Lathan.
That's it. All right, cool. I mean, that's cool.
Well, let me just get this right though, man. Niggas say choose any 4 people to go to do anything with Dead or Alive. You go on a 2-man with Bernie Mac.
You had him here first.
Hey yo,
That's what he doing.
Cool, yo.
That's what he doing. He going on a 2-man with Brady.
Conversation with you, yo.
If
If it's going to me and Malcolm X probably would have been dope on some like, you feel me, type shit. Malcolm probably would have been fire.
Yeah. Oh snap! So that's his 2-man dinner. All right, so now we go. That's the two man dinner, Lee.
Yeah, I would have definitely met Malcolm X. I definitely would have thought that'd have been dope.
Bro, that's hilarious, bro.
Probably Big L. On the music side, I think that would have been cool. I'd like to meet Dapper Dan too. Dapper Dan one.
Sure. Dapper Dan's still alive, though, ain't he? Oh, yo, God, he's still alive.
No, he's still alive.
Yeah.
He's still alive. Yeah, Dapper Dan. And then
That?
probably Sherry Bryant. Yeah, I let her go to dinner with like Sherry Bryant.
So Malcolm,
She is like she a big music exec, but like she came up through the Rockefeller tree. Like she used to, work for Dane and big.
You on a little podcast that be on TikTok? You seen a TikTok clip?
I don't know, yo. I don't know. I don't think she really do too much like that. Like she really, she run dream cases for me. She like a CFO over there. I don't know if she be on TikTok. I don't think I ever seen her, but yeah, I think it'd be cool to talk to her. It'd be cool to talk to like any of the black women execs in music. I would love to have dinner with her.
All right,
So, yeah, that'd be cool.
that's what I got. Lee, you got anything else to ask? I guess.
Yeah, so from an artist standpoint, who might not know, because a lot of people, artists coming might not know this. So from an artist standpoint, then just basically explain like what's the benefit of an artist having somebody like you in your corner.
God,
You know what I mean? People, like artists may not know that.
Yeah, I think, bro, I'm really humble, bro. So like, I ain't gonna say I'm the best thing for you, cause like that's just I might not be. I think the advantage of having me is like honestly just having somebody that's thorough, like just in and out. They thorough. I move with integrity and honor. Like so, everything we do, I'ma always think of my integrity. The artist's integrity. I'ma always want to do what's best for your career. Like I'm never gonna make a move that is more beneficial to me than it is to you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just loyalty.
I don't know if y'all heard me.
Loyalty.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
We heard you.
Yeah, somebody loyal. Attention to detail. Like I really care. Like especially if it's to that point where it's like we having those conversations of what I can do for you. Like point blankly, I think I can help, produce product and increase productivity. So yeah. That's a few things I think I bring to the table.
That's solid. That's
What
solid.
you say, we?
Nah, I said that's solid right there. You can't ask for nothing better than that.
Yeah.
You can't
I appreciate y'all boys, having me here. It's an honor. I don't really, like I was saying earlier, like I don't feel like I did nothing. So I'm still grinding every day, but definitely had to, come chop it up with my boys on the TheRiotPod, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Appreciate you for coming up here and giving us your time, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming up here, man. If y'all
I'm proud of y'all. I think this gonna be dope. I like episode 1 for real. Had a lot of laughs. You feel me? This one,
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't know where to find the at right there.
Question though, this is the question I'm like every guest with. Last question we can end on. You work at McDonald's for $27 an hour, bro?
No.
Why not?
But it's not about the money though. It's just about like I wouldn't be happy working at McDonald's. Like, I'm trying to work in music. I don't want to work nowhere else. I don't want to do nothing else but work in music. So no, I wouldn't do it.
Thank you.
But from a strictly money standpoint,
thank you.
From just a strictly money standpoint, that's not a bad
Well,
thing.
it's a strictly business standpoint.
Yeah, but strictly me, no, because like being like happy or not miserable is better than being miserable to me. Like in my experience, it's like I'd rather be like happy than and not make $27 an hour.
Right.
they're not happy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Ain't nothing worth being miserable. That's in my experience, for real. At least I ain't
right
making
now.
that worth being miserable for. Let me say that.
Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So if I'm in a position where that's what I gotta do, like I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I ain't
yeah,
fucking with
options,
McDonald's,
nigga, they
okay.
fuck McDonald's. Dang.
That against the wall, though.
I'm trying to buy McDonald's. Yeah. I'm trying to buy
for
one.
real.
Of
That's
them.
how good. I come check on y'all. You feel me? On that bitch. Franchise.
Yeah. Hey yo, let me ask y'all something, yo. What's one of y'all goals with the TheRiotPod, yo? Y'all y'all want to tour with this shit and stuff like that, like what I see with Joe Budden and shit.
They go on different places. Yeah, first my goals. This is how I look at it. My next goals is first. I would like to really do them all in person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what
All the whole
that's gonna come right either. That's just you know what I mean. That's gonna come with this shit. Yeah.
The reason I wanted to do a pod, I wanted more so like a lot of people out here doing things that you would never know about. People are really out here doing stuff. So I just want to shine light on. You know what I mean? We're gonna have all type of guests. People, business owners, managers.
Appreciate y'all. Nigga be having allergies and shit. Y'all know it's cold outside. My motherfucking nose might look like you, but yeah, that's hard though, man.
I'm
Like
the
that.
same. I'm the same. I bet. Go ahead, Lee. I know you was done.
That's it, shit.
All right. I'm the same way. I wanted to shine. I want to shine light on everybody like who really grinding and working. Who really grinding, working. Of course, we definitely gonna do a in person. I want this to be big. I want this to be. This shit on
the way.
This ain't got
it's gonna be the best thing since sliced bread.
No ceiling, all type of guests, and all type of like whatever, like anybody. It don't gotta just be. It don't even gotta be just somebody on the business. Like I say, it can be.
Listen, man, even if you somebody doing something that we don't know you can hit us up.
Yeah, for
hit
sure.
the page up, and we can look into you and listen.
For sure, I just want this. I want this to be just somewhere you can come kick it and gain some insight. Like. Kick it, gain some insight. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna gain some knowledge, and it's gonna be like one of your favorite shows. That's the ultimate goal. I want this to be people's favorite show. That's the ultimate goal. Your favorite show. When the TheRiotPod coming on? We need another episode, man. What's going on?
I need 3 a week. Yo.
That's what I want. I want that. That'll be the biggest achievement for me.
He's not locked enough for that, man. Cole's gonna be locked enough for that.
Yeah. Well, shoot, man. Great episode, fellas. Van, appreciate you for stopping by, dog. And
yeah.
That's the TheRiotPod.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
I go check him out. Check his artist out. YMCA.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. First guest. It's history.